So first of all, the committee was chaired by the amazing Eduardo, Carla, and Lionel. So we want to thank them. And they were particularly amazing because from the beginning they said, guys, this is work in progress. This is a pilot project. So you need to help us out here and make sure that this committee can become something that happens every year. So what happened is, as we were working through different exercises, we realized there were two ways of coming to this committee. There were those who were already working on a lot of projects at home and who needed feedback, brainstorming on best practices, skills training, so on and so forth. And there were those who were coming because they would like to do projects on interfaith in their country and they hadn't necessarily started yet. So because the team was so inviting in terms of co-creating, that's what we did. And we split into two groups, and those of us who wanted to brainstorm and share expertise did workshops. We had a fundraising workshop that I led with Dan, which was really great. We had a do's and don'ts of interfaith projects. You can come talk to Yasmin and Yerk, who's gone. We had an amazing public speaking workshop with Eduardo. We pitched to each other, gave each other feedback, which was so useful. And then a second group worked on projects. The lessons that we, and guess who's going to tell you about the project?
So what we created also was what we're trying to create is a global professional Muju network. And so right now it's as simple as a spreadsheet. Guy can also, if he wants to, talk about this further, but it's really, and we're going to need everyone to input this. It's their name, their email, whatever batch we're in, their LinkedIn profile, and essentially it's going to be a skills sharing. So what are you working on currently, if anything? What do you have to offer? And then what are you looking for? The idea being that wherever we're on the world, we could still help each other, and there might be skills, there might be best practices, there might be donors, there might be something that we could offer one another, even from thousands of miles away. And so we'll share, matchmaking, sure. Yeah, doing couch surfing, so wherever you are in the world, if you're in San Francisco, definitely let me know. But wherever you are in the world, that you know that you have a brother, a sister, a friend, a family member to stay with. So that's one part of it, and then, okay. We have.
So, and we're going to wrap up, but we helped each other out on our projects. But what we want to make sure about is that we can all help each other out. There are amazing projects that you guys are leading across the world that we need to learn about, that we need to be able to share. So we're going to be working with the MJC group that's working on the alumni network and try and make sure that MJC really manages to connect people wherever we are in the world and can help each other out, whether it's
saving their lives,
saving lives, just sleeping somewhere, working on a history project, working on, ending world hunger, so on and so forth. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to. We hope that the project committee will be something where people can share expertise, build together, and also help the whole network help each other out.
So last thing for me is one thing that we talked about is that we want to make sure whatever we worked on when we started, that we were going to shoot for the moon. And I think that we all here, the common thread that binds us is that we are clearly insane. We are crazy enough to think that there is a better world out there that we can co-create together. And we are crazy enough to try. And I think that that's incredible. And so even if we don't land on the moon, as long as we shoot for the moon, we could still land among stars. And I think that's a pretty incredible thing.